Good afternoon, traders. It's 3:45 p.m. on 15th of December, Indian Standard Time, and I'm here to give you the post-market analysis. I'm Devang Mehra, and thank you for tuning into the Financial Analyst YouTube channel. So we did a post-market analysis yesterday, and let's talk about that. What did we discuss there? I'll start off with Bank Nifty, and in Bank Nifty, we told you that markets are moving in a very tight range. So a possibility of a trending market is going to increase. Today, a trending market really didn't happen, but we made it quite clear that the range that you have to look out for is 30,800 and 30,600. And today, exactly that happened in the very first 15-minute candle. The 30,600 range was broken in the second candle. So once this range of 3,600 was broken, that was a time where you had to go short. So we gave you a signal to go short below this or to go long above this. You never closed above 3,800, so we could never have gone long, but we had to go short at this point of time, and you could have made a very good, decent profit. That was the trade that you could have taken on Bank Nifty. So, it's all about logic in the market. If you come prepared, so for example, like how we are preparing right now for tomorrow's market, you will not make many mistakes. But when you're live in the market and looking at the charts, you are not objectively thinking what you have to do in the markets. And what you people do is you first, when the markets fall down, you buy puts, then you buy calls. So basically you keep on changing and hardly earn anything in the day. That's why I always say have a trading plan ready and always decide one day before what you want to do in the markets on the next day. So today the levels were followed very fabulously in the markets. If you look at the Nifty Bank chart, when you sold Nifty Bank, this level was the first target, 3550, and the second target was around 3350. There's the same level which was held on 11th December. So this was also the opening price on 9th of December. So these levels now have become very, very prominent in the market. So markets are now moving in a range. If you talk about Nifty Bank, let's look at the daily charts of Nifty Bank. See, on the daily chart of Nifty Bank, what's happening is markets are now stuck in a box. And this is how I look at the markets. Markets always try to maintain a balance. Maybe sometimes you get a lot of dojis in the market. So when a lot of dojis or indecision candles are formed in the market, this is a signal that option sellers are making money in the market, because markets are a playoff between option sellers and option buyers. When the markets are moving sideways, options buyer really can't make too much money because their premiums are whiplashing, whereas option sellers have an upper hand here. So you can see in the last 3-4 days, I would say the last 4 days, markets are moving in a sideways range. They are giving you indecision candles day in after day out. That is the first point you have to observe. So whenever it's a rule that I follow, you don't have to follow this, but this is how I go about it. Whenever I get too many 3 or 4 candles, indecision candles, this basically tells me a trending day is about to happen. Doesn't mean a reversal is happening. Please don't take me wrong. Doesn't mean markets will fall down tomorrow or anything like that, but a very good or strong trending day is about to happen. The reason is very simple. It moves in markets move in a balance. Option sellers have earned for 4 days. Now it's the time to push the ball towards the option buyers. That's one thing. So if you see today's pattern, this is some people call it a hammer, some people call it a hanging man. But basically what has happened is market went down today, and from the lower levels of 3350, you got buying in the market, then you closed higher. But we have closed lower than yesterday's price, yesterday's doji, and we never broke another. If I view this technically, you have got a lower high and a lower low. Yesterday's high was about 3845, and today's high is 30,805. So you had a lower high, and if you see yesterday's low was 3624, today's low was 30,345. So there has been some kind of negative sentiment today, and yes, Bank Nifty has closed in the red today. And, such candle on the top does have some bearish sentiment to it, but it's not our job to predict the market. We have to make our levels and trade accordingly. What I will do today is I will compile the FII, DII data like we do it for our community members, our mentorship clients, and I'll do a video tonight explaining what the data has been in the last couple of days. So you get a hang of it. So my simple strategy with Nifty Bank is you are in a box between 30,800 and 30,200. This is the box that Nifty Bank is involved in. So as long as Nifty Bank is in this box, I will always say, do not hold overnight positions, be in the same day, keep on scalping. but reduce quantity. But the moment you are breaking this box, that is the time where you have to be concerned about. That is the time where you can increase positions and trade, because whenever 3800 or 30,200 on the bottom side is broken, that will give you a very good trending day. And then Bank Nifty can head towards 31,000 and 31,200, etc. Same is the case on the downside. 3,200 is broken, 30,000 levels like that will follow. But as long as the box is maintained, things are there is a lot of indecision, there's a lot of volatility, so premiums are getting decayed. So I will suggest always scalp it out in the market. You can look at the 15-minute charts to get a better understanding how the markets are moving. So we can give you the levels for intraday as well for tomorrow. So the logic remains the same. 30,800 has to be closed on a 15-minute closing basis. So it's very important where the markets open tomorrow. If the markets are opening on the upper end, if the markets, let's say, open in this range, that will be a signal that markets can immediately go up higher. Think about it. Currently, your closing is around 30,690. If the markets want to go higher, they will not go down here and then they will go up. Very simple. So they will open in the upper end of the range, and the first 15-30 minutes or the first 1 hour will give you a breakout. This is also a very good psychological point which I want to add. If markets want to go higher tomorrow, they will first of all open in this range. Number two, they will break out in the first 1 hour. They will not break out after 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, because if you have opened higher, markets will take only just 10-20 points to go and break out. So they will not go down and then break out. That's a point that you have to keep in mind for tomorrow. At the same time, we have a very good level now formed at 30,350. This remains a very good and a close bound range for tomorrow. Even applies to the expiry that we're coming in day after tomorrow. But let's see where the markets are going to go. If markets are moving in this range, then again you have to keep on scalping, buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here. That's the scalps that you can do in the market. But at the same time, if the markets are breaking any of these ranges, then I would say increase your quantity and trade for a trending day. That's my advice for Bank Nifty. Below this 3350, you have a level of 30,200. You have a level of 30,000. These are 2-3 levels, and then even 29,900. So you do have some supports building up on the bottom side, but on the top, you don't have any concrete level. So you can really rush past. At the same time, let's say, what if the markets are opening on the gap downside? Let's say markets open due to some event that happens overnight. Like yesterday, the American markets and European markets really plunged in the night. That's why today morning, you got a very big fall in India also. So tomorrow, let's say Indian markets are opening in this range. This can create some kind of panic also, because this way you are much closer to your support of 3,200. And I don't expect markets to open here, go up and then go down and break down. I won't expect something like that. So same is the example. If you see today's market, you opened up on the higher side. So that's why you could not really break this level, because to break this level, you have to open here. Then you can break this level. That's a very good psychological point where people really go wrong. Because on a normal day, Bank Nifty can move 1.5%. And if you are opening on the upper end of the range, 1% is amounting to this. So you can't expect markets to break this, can then go another 1%. That becomes difficult for the market. So you have to keep this small point in your mind. So if markets are opening on the lower side, that will give you an indication that it's very easy for the markets to go down. And if they go down, then you can sell in the market. So these are your levels for Bank Nifty. Talking about Nifty, see, Nifty is also giving that same kind of momentum. You are again stuck in a box in Nifty. Talking about the structure in Nifty, it's just very similar to Bank Nifty. Yesterday's high was 13,597 and today's high is 13,589. Yesterday's low is 13,472. Today's low is 13,447. So you have got lower high, lower low. That is some kind of a bearish sentiment. Again, we are getting some indecision candles. Same thing, same setup on Bank Nifty and on Nifty. We are stuck in a box. And as long as this box is not broken, this box is between 13,600 and 13,400. So it's a very tight range of 200 points. So markets have to break somewhere. As long as it is stuck here, I am particularly not participating. I'm very disciplined when it comes to my markets. I am being more stock specific. So for example, if you all are aware, we made too much money in Galaxy today. It went up about 150 points intraday. So you can see all our screenshots on our Instagram. We made good money in Galaxy, and other stocks were given to you by Himalaya. So I would say, if you are in a range, be stock specific. because that way you are not subject to the volatility and indecision of the market. But tomorrow, let's say if the range of 13,600 is broken, that makes you bullish in the market. That's a SL of all the sellers in the market, and that's where you want to go long in the market. If 13,400 is broken, that's a signal, clear shot to go sell in the market. That's a little bit about the externals. Let's look at the internals also now. So if you look at the internals, so the levels are just the same. The 13,600 level is again was not being able to break today. We have a good 580 level also, by the way. 580 is also acting as a good level. But since we are getting these higher rejections, so I would like to extend this zone all the way to 13,600. So I think this 20-point margin is appreciated. So please don't buy above 580, but please try to buy above 600 in good quantity. At the same time, we can make our supports at 13,400, multiple rejections here. And also today we have seen a very good support at 13,450. This is a level which was the opening price of 9th December, the swing highs of 10th December, the lows of 11th December, and even the low of today. This level has also become quite crucial. So Nifty is basically expected to trade in this range for tomorrow. If the range is broken out, you have to act accordingly. So buy above 13,600 and you can sell below 13,450. I am giving you a good range because I am really not interested to scalp all the way through. For the scalpers out there, yes, there is some small supports coming in at 13,500. And if you go below this, you can try to short in some quantity. But I will be particularly not interested here. So tomorrow is a day, if markets want to go higher, they are actually at the ideal place. You have closed at the top. So if markets want to go higher, they'll open in this area and then they'll immediately shoot up. They can do this tomorrow. So if you are opening in the upper end, if you are closing 15-minute basis above that, that's a time for you to go long in the market. But if you are, opening, let's say you are opening in this area and then you start to go down, then you can't expect a breakdown. Please remember that if the markets open here and then they start to go down, I would suggest try to exit over here, because markets cannot give you a 200-point movement intraday, on a normal basis. And then also you can expect to go at 100-point down. If markets want to go down tomorrow, they will open somewhere here, because then it's very easy for them to break down. So these are some psychological points I want you to keep in mind. The levels are in front of you. I hope this makes sense to all of you. Let's talk about HDFC Bank. So yesterday we were telling you that we are weak. HDFC Bank looks very weak. So let's see what happened today. So we all told you to go short only below 1360. Now the question is, did you go below that? And you can see today you never went below that. So that's what discipline is all about. It doesn't mean if I say short, go short. The levels that we give you have to be respected. So today HDFC Bank has given you a good support at 1360. And it's given something like a hammer candlestick, and the volume is fairly decent. So tomorrow we will see what HDFC Bank does. Because if the markets want to go higher, HDFC Bank needs to also go up, because it has the highest weight in Nifty and Nifty Bank. That's a technical point. But if let's say HDFC Bank also is not able to break the highs and starts to trade below, that's another signal that a short buildup is happening and then markets can fall down. So I'll again keep this in my watch list. I will be tracking this very closely. Talking about Reliance, again, Reliance took a very good support at that trend line we gave you. That's why we tell you these levels that we are giving you are very, very important. This trend line has been respected. It is also coming up to that 20 MA, which we told you yesterday. So Reliance is at a very crucial juncture. If it has to fall down, it is very easy for it to fall down now. Why? Because tomorrow's level comes up to 1970, which is only 4 points away. So any closing below 1970 on Reliance can make it weak. So you keep all of this in mind. So if HDFC Bank starts to go down, Reliance starts to go down, then Nifty Bank Nifty will also be in pressure. So these are some small points you have to keep in your mind, because these are the stocks that lead the index. Talking about your American markets, again, I have given you some levels and you can see how exactly these levels are being followed. So try to copy these levels off my screen right now. Take a screenshot and copy them. You can see exactly the upper end has been followed yesterday, and today the lower end is being followed. So Dow Jones is still okay. At the moment it starts to trade below this, so we'll see today evening. If it starts to trade below 29,950 levels, that will be a signal of weakness in America. Talking about the S&P 500, you can see how exactly it held. It's not open. It will be opened in the evening at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we'll see where S&P opens, but anything below this is going to be a negative sentiment. Talking about Nasdaq futures, yes, there has been some kind of upward pressure from Nasdaq. So we'll see where Nasdaq goes. But I want you all to keep an eye on Dow Jones, because that is at a very, very crucial level right now, and this will decide where the American markets have to go. Let's talk about for a minute. Let's talk about the dollar index also, because it's very important. See, dollar index is stuck at this range, and we have given this level to you earlier also. This level of 90.5 is very, very strong, and beneath this level, there is the level of 88.5. So please remember, if Nifty wants to go up tomorrow, dollar index will trade below 90. It will start to trade below 90, because when the dollar enters this territory, Nifty will go up about 200-300 points easily. So we have to keep these points in mind. So dollar needs to take a bounce from here for the BS to become active and break this trend line that I have drawn on the screen for you. So that's it for now, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and comment if you found this helpful, and we'll see you in the evening with some good content. Thank you all.